This is your one and only 𝐈𝐸𝐻81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today I'm going to show you a few different ways you can quickly and easily get rid of toxic waste packs in Rimworld. Let's get to it. So the Toxifier Generator is an absolute fantastic source of power for early game. It gives you a whopping 1,400 watts per Toxifier Generator. That is a lot. On top of that, you're also going to need pollution pumps with these things because otherwise you will have to have your ponds clean the pollution because they do put off pollution. They will continue to make power until this circle you see here is completely filled with pollution. As long as there is a single tile in this entire circle that is not polluted, they will continue to make power. You can see that about every 3 days, they're going to pollute 6 tiles. That means they pollute about 2 tiles a day, which isn't too bad. However, your pollution pump can clean 4 tiles in 1 day. That means 1 pollution pump can support 2 toxic generators. All of this means about every 3 days, you are going to get 1 bag of toxic waste that is going to decay if left outside over 8 days. You can see every 8 days, it's going to delete 1 of these. If it's inside, that time goes up and lasts a lot longer. You can see here, if I drop down a door and unpause the game, this is now considered inside, and it's now going to be every 16 days, 1 will dissolve. If you freeze this, so if you bring it down below 30, they won't dissolve at all, and you'll be absolutely fine. However, over time, they can start to build up and become a pain to deal with. Now, there's a few different ways to get rid of these, 2 of which are legit and 1 is not. The first one I'm going to show you is what you came here for, and that is the non-legit way. So I can explain to you what's happening here, but I'm not 100% sure why it's doing the thing that it's doing. So essentially what you want to do is you want to dig a zigzag pattern like you see here. What you need and what you're looking for is breaks in the toxic tiles. So you can see there's a gap here, a gap here, a gap here, a gap here, and a gap right here. The more of these gaps you have between your polluted areas, the more toxic bags you can destroy at one time. I think what's happening is there's some math going on here and some rounding and some truncating of some numbers that's leaving you in a net negative. Essentially, once these decay, they would normally take up a big area, but because they are inside of a mountain like this, they can't just spoil in a large area, and I can demonstrate that for you over here. So we're gonna just place a single toxic waste tile or toxic waste bag right here. So this is a single bag. If I click here and I use the dev commands to dissolve it right away, you can see that's a nice little patch there. Now, if I take a stack of 5 of these, so there we now have a stack of 5, I select them and I dissolve the whole thing, you can see that the area gets a lot larger. Now, 1 bag should pollute 6 tiles. You can see right here, 6 tiles, right? However, when it connects from one polluted area to another polluted area in a jagged pattern like this, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't pollute the tiles. You can destroy an entire bag, and instead of 6 tiles, it will only spoil 1 tile connecting from here to here. So if I unpause here and we'll just go in slow-mo here, we'll go in speed 1 and we dissolve 1, you can see that connects like you would expect. Now, when I break this next one, you would expect it to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and come all the way down to this tile right here where my cursor is. However, if I dissolve this, you can see it's only 1 tile. I dissolve another one, 1 tile. I dissolve another one, 1 tile. If you have your pollution pump set up in a way, as you see here, it's going to clear this area. It's going to clear this tile right here, this tile, and this tile. It's going to leave those gaps, allowing us a net positive return on the amount of pollution that we are putting back out from this pollution pump. So I'm going to just speed this, and I'm using the dev commands for this, but I verified this. This has taken me hours to verify. First off, to figure out exactly what's happening here, because I saw a hint of it, but to get it to work really well took me a while. And then it took me even longer to verify that it's actually working without using dev commands to make sure there was nothing wonky going on with the dev commands. And I can assure you there's nothing wonky, and I'm only very lightly modded. I only have 2 mods. I'm pretty sure neither of those mods are going to affect it. It's the speed mod and the zoom in and out mod. Those are the only 2 mods I have active. I've tested this in vanilla and heavily modded. At first, when I found out it was a thing, I was heavily modded, and I removed the mods and tested in almost vanilla, which is what we're in now. And you can see we destroyed a bunch of bags. we only, what was that, 3, and we got 1 in return. So we're going to tell this person to prioritize hauling this bag up here. And I'm actually going to spawn a couple more up here, and I'm going to show you how you can quickly make these pollute faster so that you can reduce the amount that you have quicker. So in order to know how many bags you can destroy at one time, you need to know how many gaps you have between the connected areas. So we have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this last one down here, it's 6. So this is the most I want to destroy at one time. If I do more than that, it's going to over pollute and pollute down into here and start to spread properly. Now you can use this setup like I have here. However, you can fit these pollution pumps. So I could dig this further zigzag, dig a little bit up into the mountain, place a pump like this, then come down the mountain a little bit more and place another pump right about here like this, and just keep that zigzag pattern going to delete tons, literally tons of these packs at one time. So now that we have these up here, I want to get rid of them quick and easy. So all I have to do is grab, say, like this person right here that has some Molotovs on them. Fire breath works as well, but we'll use the Molotovs so I can show you that they work. And we'll just come up here and we will toss one on that. Well, let's see if she actually hits it. There we go. She actually hit it. So now we're just going to let her go. They do a little damage here on the side. That's why I'd recommend something like fire breath to do this, or any other way you can think to start fire. But we're just going to let those burn out, and she's going to want to come clean that. We're going to tell her no. We'll just let those burn real quick. Now that didn't happen to spread, but you can see when that decayed, because we burnt it, it just ended up right here. We could actually do more of those by burning them. If you let it decay naturally, it's going to go one at a time, but doing it like that did the whole stack at once, and doing the whole stack at once only did one area. So if I put 2 more stacks here, we now have 10. This time I'm actually going to use the fire breath guy so that we don't destroy our area here. And we're just going to bring him right over to here, and we are going to fire breath, and that's going to light them all on fire. And now we can just let him go, and he will run away and they will begin to burn, and it should spread to this one too. Let's just go ahead and speed things up, and you can see what happens as they decay. So it will destroy them all at one time, and when it does do that, it's only going to take up 1 slot per entire stack. There we go, and this last one is only 1, but it's still going to take up 1 spot once it finally decays. There we go. So now if we were to wait, I'm going to simulate us waiting for our pump to go through and do all that. That was 11 packs down to 1 pack. So essentially what you can do is have a high priority area like this set up. So you would go in here, you would set this to critical or important or higher than your normal stack. Have another stack somewhere else that's refrigerated so they can't break down. Bring 2 to 3 stacks to an area like this and allow them to decay naturally. Don't enclose them, leave them open. This is considered open air out here because there's no door on it, so it's considered outside, and they will decay much more rapidly. Then this will do its thing over time as well, and it automates the process more or less of reducing them. If you want to do it manually and do it fast and do a lot at a time, then you would create something where you have this zigzag pattern up into a mountain more, and then you have these lining creating the shape that you see here, leaving those gaps so that you can destroy multiple at one time. Keep in mind that when you're doing this, you can see that when they break like that, they not only pollute, they release toxic gas. So you do not want to leave your pawn in there. You want to light some type of fire, so however way you want to do it, whether it's fire breath or Molotovs, and then you want to get out while they burn and decay. So that's how you can get rid of them the cheaty way. 2 other ways you can get rid of them is you can put them in a drop pod and send them to another tile. If you do that, you're going to reduce your relations with one of your closest colonies. If you put it in a hostile tile, it really doesn't matter because it's already a hostile group that owns that tile, so it doesn't really matter that you lost reputation with them. However, doing that is going to cost you steel and components and chem fuel every time you do it, and it's a real pain in the butt. You can also load up a caravan can, go to the world tile, literally go to the tile next door. You can do this in just a couple of seconds, like it's literally in a day's time. You don't even have to pack food. Go to the tile next door, drop them off, and then come back over to your main tile. Now you may be like, well, what happens if I pollute that entire tile? Will it affect me? It's going to take 2,000 packs to pollute that entire tile. So if you're really worried about it, what you can do is go to one more tile over, pack some food, go to one more tile away from your base, drop them off there, then go to like a tile here, drop them off there. That's 4,000 packs. That is a ton of packs to get rid of. But honestly, until they fix this bug right here, where I don't know what kind of jank is happening, but as you saw, there's definitely some jank happening, you can delete your packs with absolutely no consequences whatsoever. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully you found this video helpful and informational. If you did, consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other Rimworld guides. If you want to check out some guides for some other games I've done, the links to those are on the screen now. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to all of my channel supporters for helping to keep these videos sponsor free. You all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to become an official channel supporter, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.